Welcome. You're listening to Ask the Doulas, a podcast where we talk to experts from all over the country about topics related to pregnancy, birth, postpartum, and early parenting. Let's chat.
Hello. This is Kristen Revere with Ask the Doulas, and I am thrilled to welcome Katie Crenshaw to the podcast. She is many things, but today we're talking about her role as brand and integrated marketing manager at Postpartum Support International, also known as PSI. And Katie Crenshaw's path is so fascinating in the perinatal mental health advocacy world. For many families in the delivery room, Katie's story is so similar. After more than a decade as a medical assistant in labor and delivery, and as a DONA certified doula and childbirth educator, Katie understands firsthand what new parents face. Now a marketing leader at Postpartum Support International, she brings that same conviction to PSI's global perinatal mental health awareness initiative. A public speaker and award-winning content creator, Katie's work on maternal mental health has gone viral across platforms. She is based near Atlanta, Georgia, where she lives with her 3 children. Welcome, Katie.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
We first connected when I attended your workshop on mental health, especially perinatal mental health, at the Mom 2.0 conference. And I'm so thrilled to have you on the podcast because it was so informative to get into the advocacy role. And so I appreciate the work you're doing and can't wait to hear more about the Blue Dot movement in PSI.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Mom Too. It's such a great conference. It's so good to meet a variety of people that are talking to moms, in different ways between journalists and influencers and artists. It's just an awesome conference.
It is my favorite conference to go to. So tell us about the Blue Dot movement.
The Blue Dot Project was a program that was started years ago. They eventually were part of 2020 Mom, a different nonprofit. And then 2020 Mom moved into more of a policy-based zone. And so they're now the Maternal Policy Center for Maternal Mental Health. And the Blue Dot Project went over to PSI. I had been doing a lot of advocacy with the Blue Dot Project when they were a part of 2020 Mom, and I was the spokesperson in 2020 for the Blue Dot Project. And as I moved out of being a full-time content creator and wanting to go in the direction of marketing, I started out part-time and got to jump right into working with the Blue Dot Project as it kind of has merged from its own program to more of a global evergreen awareness campaign. My job has been to integrate that into all the other programs and kind of connect all the dots, if you will.
It's perfect from a marketing standpoint. And I love what you're doing on social media with sharing real stories that are relatable to families and also something that birth professionals can learn from. There are so many resources in PSI. I'm constantly referencing your directory for different virtual and in-person support options. And I love that there's support for dads and there's so much education for those of us in the birth and baby field to take additional trainings and get involved in PSI groups and advocate. So whether our listeners are professionals in the space or expecting families,
the whole thing with maternal mental health, perinatal mental health is we can't leave it only on the moms and the birthing people to know exactly what to do and how to help themselves. There's a ton of people that come in contact with and are available to support new parents that can really be influential if they're equipped with the right resources. Bringing more awareness to the Blue Dot as a symbol puts it out there more because we do have a lot between what we offer for professionals and then also for help seekers.
I work with a lot of growing families, and one thing I've noticed is that dads and partners often need support and comfort too, especially during those busy newborn days and long summer schedules. Whether it's heading to work, helping with bedtime, traveling, or just trying to feel put together while running on less sleep, comfort matters. That's why I wanted to share the Cozy Earth Everywhere Pant and Everyday Polo just in time for Father's Day. These are the kind of pieces dads actually reach for every day because they're comfortable, breathable, lightweight, and polished without trying too hard. I hear from families all the time that they want clothing that can keep up with real life, and this set really does. And why not look into making life even easier and buy multiple pairs in different colors that can be dressed up, worn casually with sneakers. They just work for everyday life. What also stands out to me is that Cozy Earth backs their clothing with a lifetime warranty and hassle-free returns, which says a lot about the quality and makes families' lives easier. Summer should feel easy for everyone in the house. Cozy Earth's bamboo sheet set, Everywhere Pant, and Everyday Polo are designed to keep him cool, comfortable, and actually relaxed all summer long. So think of Cozy Earth for Father's Day. Head to CozyEarth.com, use my code GOLDCOAST for an exclusive 20% off. That's code GOLDCOAST for 20% off. And if you see a post-purchase survey, mention that you heard about Cozy Earth on the Ask the Doulas podcast. And there's a fantastic hotline that I see is in blue as well. So connecting the dots to call if someone is struggling and needs to be connected to resources. You don't need to send a message on social media or email. There's a direct phone line, which is rare to have that access at any time of day, no matter where you live.
It's confidential, it's free, and you don't have to have a diagnosis. Sometimes people ask, do I already need to know what's wrong? And beyond that, once you've called the helpline, we have support coordinators that connect people to resources. We also have a peer mentor program. We just have a lot available and that should be taken advantage of.
I agree. So are you able to share a story through the Blue Dot program of a family and as part of the social media posts that you're doing, sharing?
Everybody that works at PSI has lived experience. So many people who have used PSI services have wound up volunteering or somehow working with PSI and the causes because it's just so important. A lot of people that go to our conference, help seekers turned advocates, turned PSI volunteers. It's definitely powerful. It's my goal coming into this position. I've only been in this specific position. I have a lot of big dreams, but one of them is to get more stories front and center of help seekers and exactly what programs and services help them. This is what I used and this is what it did for me. Diversity is very important to us. We have the Alliance for People of Color as a program. We have several services in Espanol and access to other languages for certain things. We celebrate all families and all birthing people. So there's a lot of, and we have like such a variety of virtual online support groups that no matter who you are and what your journey is, there's probably a specific niche support that we can offer.
I agree. And I love that you also have some support groups for people who are working nights or up in the middle of the night, those parents. And that is something that is also unique. Doulas can get some education as they're up and learn more about how to support each family's needs. But just scrolling through your social media more recently, you've addressed how common birth trauma is, for example. And as a birth doula, I certainly help my clients process trauma that they've experienced. And I do agree that it isn't discussed enough, and something that may not appear traumatic to me as a doula may still be traumatic for my client and her individual lived experience.
We have a PMHC certification that a lot of birth professionals receive. It's a legit certification, and we encourage anybody who might be talking to moms, new parents, and anywhere in the perinatal period to have that extra training. It's so helpful. And also it gives parents the confidence that they can trust who they're talking to. It's a sensitive time. There's a lot of fears around it, and there's still a lot of stigma. So it's exciting that we're able to that layer of training for people.
Hey, Alyssa here. I'm just popping in to tell you about our course called Becoming. Becoming a Mother is your guide to a confident pregnancy and birth, all in a convenient 6-week online program. From birth plans to sleep training and everything in between, you'll gain the confidence and skills you need for a smooth transition to motherhood. Live coaching calls with me and Kristen, tons of expert videos including chiropractic care, pelvic floor physical therapy, mental health experts, breastfeeding, and so much more. You'll also get a private Facebook community with other mothers going through this at the same time as you to offer support and encouragement when you need it most. If you'd like to learn more about the course, you can email us at info@goldcoastdoulas.com or check it out at thebecomingcourse.com. We would love to see you there. We also have a book called Supported, Your Guide to Birth and Baby, which makes a beautiful companion to this course. It's a great book for any expecting mother and is the perfect baby shower gift. You can find information on that book at supportedbook.com.
So as far as families, are you still accepting stories how do our listeners submit a story?
So the best way right now, we have some things in flux, but I can send you the link after this.
Yeah.
That you can maybe put in the show notes or something of where you can submit your story to PSI. And it's kind of like a form and it'll ask all the relevant questions and yeah.
Excellent. So, Katie, how has your work as a doula and working as a medical assistant in labor delivery impacted your work in the perinatal mental health field?
Well, it's funny because obviously when I first became a doula, I had one child and he was 3, and I had just started to kind of address my own mental health. I just knew that I was really drawn to moms in their most vulnerable periods of time, and being a doula is significant for that and super fulfilling. I love to be supportive, and just getting to see up close, there is no more vulnerable position probably than labor and delivery is so vulnerable, and
Yes.
people are at their most primal raw selves, and you can see how much support is needed and missing. And culturally, as I had more children and more struggles with perinatal mental health, I just kept feeling like this is all integrated and it all needs to be more of one big conversation.
To have that lived experience as a mom and having worked in the hospital system and a birth work and then getting involved in all of the advocacy before joining PSI, I feel like there's so many different layers of understanding and support that someone who is only a researcher or had worked in the nonprofit sector may not be able to provide. So I love how, again, you're connecting the dots in so many ways. And as far as your tips for our listeners, Katie, what would you suggest that our listeners who are expecting do to get familiar with not only the Blue Dot, but everything that PSI has to offer them?
The best thing you can do is just go to postpartum.net. It's a little less all at once. Postpartum.net/Blue Dot is more help seeker facing. It's more parent facing. It's a newer page that we have, take you anywhere you need to go. There's just so many different ways you can be supported. And if it's something where you're a professional and you're interested in additional training, we have a lot of different avenues on the website for professionals. Also on social media, we're at Postpartum Support International and also Blue Dot PSI. And if you can't figure out what you need, just shoot us a message and somebody will help you.
Excellent. And any final words of wisdom to birth and baby professionals listening?
Anybody sharing your story still really matters and can save lives. So continue to tell your own story wherever you are and within whatever circles you're in. Then professionals like doulas and birth educators and lactation consultants, anybody who is working with people in the perinatal period, just remembering that even though it's less talked about, perinatal mental health conditions are the number one complication of pregnancy and childbirth. And we still need to be paying attention, and it's important to be properly trained and have resources on hand. When I say screening, keeping an eye on which clients might be at higher risk.
Excellent advice. Well, thank you so much, Katie. Appreciate the work that you're doing, and we will have to have you on again.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for listening to Ask the Doulas. For more information about Gold Coast Doulas, visit us on our website, goldcoastdoulas.com. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you like this podcast, please subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Thank you. Remember, these moments are golden.